I'm gonna be revisiting my video where I talked about which undefeated fighter would lose their O first, and this was mainly to shit on one fighter on this list who I didn't think was gonna lose, but he's just stupid and a fucking ape. But let's go through it and talk about it. So these were the undefeated fighters that I had for flyweight. Obviously, uh, changing the parameters, there are a little bit more. There's guys like Andre Lima now, Clayton Carpenter. The guy that Andre Lima is now fighting is undefeated, Mongolian. There's a lot more fighters now. Like let me look. Let me look. Ray Suraya, and I picked Muhammad Makayev. I still think that he will be the next one to lose their O. However, it's guaranteed that one of these two are losing their O. And the reason I'm adding these guys now is because first off, Andre, and why I'm adding Ray Suraya and Clayton Carpenter is because I didn't know Clayton Carpenter already had one fight in the UFC. So I guess I'm just a fuck. I'm a casual for that. Fuck. Andre Lima. He just had his debut. He got bit. Ray Suraya, he has a fight scheduled, and this guy, I'm not gonna try and pronounce his name. He's signed to fight Andre Lima, short notice. So I'm gonna get this one wrong because Andre Lima and this guy are gonna lose their O first. However, I still believe if he gets a title shot next, he's fucking losing. Now, next up we have the bantamweights. I had Umar, Marcos, Nakamura, Basharat, Talba, and since then, we've gained one more, John Matsumoto. And I'm sticking with Farid Basharat. I still think he's going to lose his O before anyone else. I just don't see him being a threat to the top 15, really. And John Matsumoto, from what I've seen from him, I actually think he could be a threat. He could keep a fucking good pace. He seems to have decent wrestling. I like his jiu-jitsu, and his striking is pretty good. So I trust in John Matsumoto. 15-0, I could trust in that. Featherweight, I got this one wrong. The champ, I had Ilia Topuria, the champ, Evloev, Lerone Murphy. Matter of fact, we're gonna go through the rankings just to make sure that that I haven't missed anyone else. What do you fucking mean, dude? Piss off. Jesus, man. We're just gonna go through it and make sure there aren't any undefeated fighters I have missed yet. Because, sometimes it just happens that I miss them. Just gonna go through really quickly, see. Ryder Emil, it's just... See, come on. Yeah, no. I just kind of got this one wrong. I thought Hyder Emil was going to lose it first. And Isaac Dolgarian, while I was rooting for Christian Rodriguez against him, he kind of did not deserve. Christian Rodriguez kind of did not deserve to win that fight against Dolgarian. However, Dolgarian did kind of cheat and glove grab as if he was going to glove grab, which kind of prevented a choke from getting sunk in. But still, he did not. The Dolgarian definitely did enough to win. So I gave it. So I got that one wrong. Hyder Emil, I still do see him losing in the future. Lerone Murphy has a fight against Edson Barbosa coming up. I don't see him losing that because I think he has the skills to beat Edson Barbosa. But Hyder Emil, it's just his style is a little bit too wild, and someone with Did I put like Garrett Armfield? Why did I put like Garrett Armfield? Armfield's a bantamweight. What the fuck am I talking about? I'm stupid. Whatever. Lightweight, it's still only Narulo Aliyev. And he was supposed to fight Mateusz Rebecki, which if he did, he would have 100% lost. Because Mateusz Rebecki is the Tajik, like, slayer. We saw what he did to Loic Radzhabov. He fucking beat his legs into oblivion. Welterweight. So far, nothing has changed, really. I still think if anyone's going to lose their O first, it's going to be Michael Morales. A lot of his skills come from the fact that he's a really long reach, so it's hard to get around that. But, yeah. I do think that he will lose his O first. I like Danny Barlow. Him and Danny Barlow are like the same. Him and Danny Barlow both have really fucking long reaches. I just think that Danny Barlow is a lot slicker and sharper and faster. And, Ian Gary and Shavkat, I think Shavkat would lose to JDM, but I don't know when that's going to happen. And I just see Michael Morales losing before him. But, he's not bad. None of these fighters are terrible. They're undefeated, so they're obviously great. So I can see, like, if he fights someone with equivalent reach to him, he can lose, and he probably will. Middleweight. Khamzat, Chimaev, Nickal, Sharamagomedov, and Aliashkov Kizriev. Nickal recently had his fight against Cody Brundage. Went about as fine as you would expect it to. I mean, he, like, kind of held him down for like 2 rounds and then choked him out in the second. Bit boring. Sharamagomedov, if he finds an opponent that has decent let's say Sharamagomedov fought Rodolfo Vieira. Vieira is going to submit him, and it's going to be quick. I still think Shara loses his O first because his lack of a ground game is really, really worrisome. I don't think he's going to lose to anyone in terms on the feet. I think his kicks, I think his elbows, I think his overall striking game is elite, and I don't see anyone beating him on the feet. But if they were to take him to the ground, I think they would beat his shit in. And I said Vettori, Allen, Khamzat, Craig. Oh, maybe not Paul Craig. Nah, never. Nah, Shara Bullet. Braulio Hernandez and Joe Piper. I think they would all sub him. Fucking Braulio, I was actually really. Braulio fucking slept Craig recently. Shara Bullet would beat the shit out of Craig. I'm sorry. Shara Bullet would beat the shit out of Paul Craig. Simple as. However, his striking is really good, but if he faces a grappler who with decent, like, Brendan Allen had a kind of a shitty performance against Chris Curtis. Brendan Allen would sub Shara Bullet. Vettori would sub him. Khamzat would sub him. Braulio would sub him. Hernandez and Piper would sub him. Because his ground game is just nothing like these other guys. Shara Bullet, his striking is the equivalent of, like, these other, like, Dagestani caucus fighters' ground game. He spent a lot of time developing it, but I still don't think it's what he's done is enough. But let's look. Let's see if there's been any more undefeated middleweights that have come into UFC. I don't think I've really checked. Let's just look through really quick. So we still have Nickal, still all these guys. Yada yada yada. Who are all these guys? Don't know. Don't you know? Don't you know? Not in the UFC. At least I don't think. But I'm not gonna go and check because I really don't care. None of these guys are in the UFC, I think. Just looking through. No new undefeated middleweights, from what it seems. So yeah, I still think Char Bullet would probably be the first one to lose his O. And moving on to light heavyweight. Oh my fuck. So I got this one wrong. If you guys watched UFC 301, fun fact: Vitor Petrino lacks his frontal cortex. He lacks a large portion of his brain because he fought Anthony Smith in a fight that I believe should have been a fairly easy win for him. I thought he was bigger, stronger, more athletic than Smith. I thought he had good cardio. And I said Azmat Mirzakhanov would lose first. I think it was really just going to be because of his size. And I didn't think either of them would lose soon. But apparently Vitor Petrino just doesn't like being undefeated, and he likes losing. And he stuck his head in the guillotine against Anthony Smith. And he stuck his head in the guillotine, picked him up, didn't fight the hands at all, let Anthony Smith tighten the guillotine as tight as he could, under the chin and everything, and Petrino just fucking tapped. Didn't try to fight hands, didn't try to push down on the hips, didn't try to get on his back, just kind of fucking gave up. He's so fucking stupid, and it makes me mad. Let's look through to see if there are any other new light heavyweights that aren't this fucking dumb. Because I'm sorry, like, dude, you just shoot a double leg and you put your head right into a guillotine. Like, when you're beating him on the feet, it's just like, why are you doing what you're doing? Like, where is he? Look at this. He was undefeated, and he was undefeated, man. Fucking hell. Bogdan Guskov would beat your fucking shit. Let's go look through. Where is all of them at? 17-7. Marcin Proknio. This is the one championship guy, so we're not counting him. Let's just look through any more undefeated light heavyweights. Any more undefeated light heavyweights. Oh, this guy. Okay, this guy. This guy is probably gonna. I think he's probably gonna lose. He's probably gonna lose to Brennison Ribeiro. Let's be fair. Ribeiro is really good. Let's not act like Ribeiro wasn't landing good and doing really well against Zhang Mingyang. Zhang Big Bang Mingyang. R.I.P. Anthony Johnson. Yeah. Yeah, so I don't think Mirzakhanov is going to lose his O first, but the guy who's fighting Brennison Ribeiro is probably going to lose his first. Next up, I said heavyweight. Robelis Despain and Mick Parkin were the undefeated heavyweights. Since then... Oh, okay. What the fuck? Since then, we've actually gained an undefeated heavyweight. And I know this for a fact. Because I watched his debut and I loved it. Let's find him really quick. Yonata Deniz. He's a pimp. He is a glory kickboxer. Come to the UFC. And he's a pimp. But we're going to just go through and make sure everything is cool. Oh yeah, the only other undefeated heavyweight that there would have been, Walter Walker, fucking lost his debut. In a fight that I think he arguably should have won. I think he should have won. I think he should have won. I think he should have won. I'll stand by that. I think he should have won. Although he is shit. But I still see Mick Parkin losing first, and reason being is still, I don't think he's bad. It's just Robelis is an athletic freak of nature. But when I watch, and now I think it's that Yonata Denise is literally just really fucking good. Yonata Denise, he keeps his chin tucked. Really heavy hands. Mick Parkin, not very heavy hands. He's slower than a guy like Yonata. I don't think he hits as hard. He kind of throws with his chin up in the air. I think if him and Yonata fought, I think Yonata would knock him out. I'd pick Yonata to beat him. But at the end of the day, if we got these three in the if we got Parkin, Yonata, and Despain in the rankings while undefeated, that'd be pretty fucking cool. So, yeah, that was just me revisiting my undefeated fighters and going through which ones I got wrong and just kind of like going back and looking at it. I'm kind of fucking dumb, but I was right about this. He doesn't lose to Mo Usman because Usman is stupid and doesn't know how to wrestle. Well, he knows how to. He doesn't know how to utilize it, or how to utilize any of his athletic capability. But yeah, just tell me if you enjoyed it. See y'all later. Peace.